Well, hello, Blade Gang. We have yet another TwoSun for you today. Trying to dig out some of the dusty old ones, not exactly though. Older style. This is the TwoSun TS111 Baleen, and recently I'm seeing that name attached to it. I hadn't seen it before. B-A-L-E-E-N. I am not sure what it means, but it's close to the word baleen, which means white lotus, okay, or balien. My Chinese isn't that good, but close as I can come. I do know that baleen means white lotus, so could be that it is, could be that B-A-L-E-E-N means something else, or a person's name, a designer, but as far as I know, this is a night morning design. And once again, I'm not going to trust the online measurements, but we're going to measure this guy up ourselves. Briefly, however, it is carbon fiber, very nice carbon fiber on the show side of the handle. 2 screws holding the back strap on. The back strap is titanium, blackened. The clip side is titanium blackened with a, of course, titanium clip, not deep carry, but close enough. And kind of a tri-wing design there on the pivot, even though it does take a Torx. And I would consider this to be a sheep's foot blade. You could call it a Wharncliffe, but sheep's foot will usually round down like that. Some come out a little more and drop off quickly, but they all have that rounded spine. This is night morning design, as I said, and there is his logo, and there's the D2. There's the TwoSun logo on the show side. Little hole in the flipper tab guard there. Opens very nicely and pretty much falls shut. It is a very comfortable design. I believe they refer to this design as a Swayback, and I know that Spyderco's come out with something called the Swayback, but it is TwoSun has done a nice job. We have a nice contoured scale, chamfered on the titanium side, with some nice design lines there. Hardened steel insert, locking bar, frame lock. Again, really nice. I don't know if it's failable or not. No, nicely tuned. Haven't really touched this one since I got it, maybe over a year ago. Kind of got this shortly after I started collecting TwoSuns. Not a terrific edge on it, but certainly sharp enough. I'd say that's shaving sharp. There's a lot of drag there. But as with many factory edges, it is smooth. Certainly wouldn't want to test cut it on myself, but especially that point, that's a very good usable point. You can grab a hold of this knife, and the Ergos are quite nice. You can put your thumb on the back, even though there is no jimping on the back of the blade. Before we get too far along, let's do some measurements as I said I would. 0.38 millimeters blade thickness. Let's grab the handle up here. We got about a 1/2 inch on the handle. And we've got an overall length of 8 1/4 inches. Got a blade length of coming up on 3 3/4. Got a cutting edge closer to 3.5, maybe a little less than 3.5. So interesting. There is a usable blade choil there, provided you kind of keep your finger at an angle. Don't try to mash it up in there. I mean, they did a good job there with the heel of that edge, so you can choke up and it doesn't bite you. Still, I don't know how comfortable I'd feel really using that as a working choil. I mean, you could do that. You know, this knife lends itself very well to point work, cutting like that. Opens and closes with one hand very easily, no problem whatsoever, and almost false shutting, as I said. We have a lanyard pin in the back right there to put your little old lanyard. Got a pretty good blade to handle ratio, well, so-so. But where it falls, it really isn't too bad, and since the point drops like that, you're not going to pick up the point accidentally by rubbing your thumb across that like you might with many knives. Just a nice little design. Let's see. Oh, we didn't get a weight, did we? Let's get the weight. So we have a weight of 3.45 ounces. Quite light. Owing that to the solid carbon fiber on the show side and the lightness of the titanium. How does it compare to my carry knife today, the Benchmade Boost? The Benchmade Boost is a bigger guy for sure. Not by a whole lot though. It's taller in the handle. And let's look at it next to the Griptilian. Griptilian, pretty much spot on. And the ever-present Rat 1 by Ontario. Gonna be a bigger knife. Not hugely bigger though. Taller. A little longer. So, there we have the TwoSun TS111 Baleen, B-A-L-E-E-N. Still don't know what it means. If you do, let me know. Hope you like this video. Give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe. This Old Sword, signing out once again.